Listen, Nessa, if Drake and LeBron are friends like we think they are, how they portray that they're friends on social media, then yes, I believe that LeBron betrayed Drake by showing up to Kendrick Lamar's concert. Like, I would be mad about that. I know you would.
Listen, I can't speak for Drake. I'll tell you how I am.
Yeah. How would you feel?
We got a battle.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody that's showing up to perform with you.
Or be in the crowd.
Be in the crowd, bobbing, giggling. No.
Yeah.
You're letting me know what time it is. I'm not cool with you. That's me.
Yeah.
Drake might be better than me. He might be more mature than me. I am not mature. Yeah. Look at me, Katrina. Kendrick popped out with his friends. He had his show. It happened actually today, Juneteenth, all right, in LA at the historic venue, the Forum.
Yes.
For people who aren't from the Los Angeles area, may not know how historic it is. Think of Madison Square Garden, right? Very historic for New York, right? So same thing, Forums in Inglewood. And so everyone's been waiting for this moment. Obviously, you and I are not in LA.
No.
We watched it online because it was streaming. Mm-hmm. And basically, the show started with different artists. Lots of, I assume, every single LA artist possible.
Lots of West Coast.
Very West Coast energy. And to be fair, because we are not in the West Coast, we don't know a lot of the up and coming artists that might be bubbling in different, parts of LA like that, right? So we knew for the most part the names and stuff like that. But it's very clear when YG came up onto the stage, or when Mustard was on the stage, right? It was very clear LA Energy YG came out.
100%.
Tyler, the Creator, came out. I was actually surprised. I didn't expect Tyler, the Creator, come out.
And what's really interesting about Tyler is that he had Drake come out to his concert, Camp Flog Gnaw, and he was like the headliner, and Tyler's fans didn't really like it.
Right.
But they weren't giving him the energy.
But Tyler, obviously, liking Drake's music, whatever, is going to do what he wants to do.
Yep. But here he is on the Ken and Friends Pop Out. I mean, he's from LA too.
Right. Okay. So again, the premise is it's every LA or at least West Coast artist, because the show opened up with E40, who's from the Bay Area.
Yep. Shouting out everywhere along the West, from Seattle to Portland.
Right. They
all
made
the way
it seem like this concert is a West Coast unity concert.
Yes.
It is the unification of the West, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now let's continue with the performances.
Yes, so Kendrick performed.
Right, he opens up with Euphoria.
Yes, he did.
Right.
Oh my goodness. So he opened up with one of his big diss records during the battle that went on between him and Drake.
Right.
Euphoria.
Right.
And the crowd was singing along. It felt like it was shaking.
Right. The ground, it looked like there was a lot of energy that was happening at the Forum. People watching Kendrick.
Good Kid, Mad City songs.
Right.
To Pimp a Butterfly songs. Black Hippie comes out. They do a reunion. That Schoolboy Q, Absol, J-Rock. They all came out.
Right. Which gets, listen, the audience, the crowd, they're going crazy at this moment for all of this energy.
Absolutely.
Then, Pioneer.
Then he brought out Dr. Dre in LA at the Forum.
Right.
My goodness. So then it went all the way up because he had Dr. Dre pop out. And then Nessa, I don't know if you saw in the crowd, LeBron James was in the crowd. Because let me say this. I think and maintain that anyone that went to this show, especially if you're a public figure, you're basically pledging your allegiance to Kendrick. Mm-hmm. And I don't think you can mess with Drake anymore. Like, you can't, this kind of beef, you can't really flip-flop. You can't be both sides.
Pause. We're going to come back to that point. Who else was in attendance? LeBron. Who looked like he was enjoying himself.
We said YG, and the funny thing about YG is Drake, in one of his diss records toward Kendrick, says YG bangs the set, as if that was one of his homies that he could talk about. But YG was like, well, guess whose side I'm on by showing up here. All of LA is going up when YG comes out. And also in attendance are Russell Westbrook, who plays for the Clippers.
Right. Great basketball player. Right.
He's from LA.
Right.
And DeMar DeRozan.
Don't know.
He played for the Toronto Raptors. He doesn't anymore.
Uh-oh.
But he is from LA. And I don't know if you remember in the Not Like Us song, he says...
who Kendrick is saying.
Kendrick raps, he's happy that DeMar came home because that Drake didn't deserve him.
Oh,
at the
because
Raptors.
he was with the Raptors.
So when, at the culmination of the show, the climax, Kendrick performs Not Like Us 5 times back to back to back to back. The building shaking, absolutely going up. This is Kendrick's victory lap. And then DeMar DeRozan and Russell Westbrook come on stage and start dancing.
Did
Not
LeBron
Like Us.
go on stage?
He didn't.
Okay, I was like, I might have missed that. Oh.
That would have been...
Okay, so during this time, who was all on stage?
Kendrick, DeMar DeRozan, Russell Westbrook, and DJ Mustard, because it's Mustard on the beat.
Did anyone else come out during this?
Toward the end, everybody was on stage. Like, it was like a Summer Jam concert with everybody literally on stage.
Okay. Now
it was energy, man. I mean, how could you deny it? It was like, I'm reading some of the tweets. It's so funny because someone put, have you tried apologizing at Drake? Like, just so simply, like, did you try to apologize to him? And someone's like, Kendrick really threw his own hate-chella. This is the hateration and holleration that Mary J. Blige was talking about. Like, he's literally performing his diss records. The crowd is loving it, going all the way up. I'm sure LA is shaking. And then he even does a new line in one of his songs. And he says, give me Tupac's ring back and I might give you a little respect. Because if you remember, Drake bought Tupac's ring at an auction and been showing it off and stuff.
Okay.
And Kendrick and apparently the West Coast did not like that.
Maybe I might be the only one saying this, but I don't think Drake got the ring to be disrespectful.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think he got it because he actually loves Pac.
Yes.
And that was his way of, he was able to get an important piece of history.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's the case. And we know this because, listen, early on in Drake's career, especially when we were in San Francisco, we were working in radio out there. And I remember him doing one of our shows in the Bay, and all he had was playing Tupac in the background, showing his love and respect. And this is in California, Northern California, okay? The same region of Oakland, California. So I just don't think, nothing in me is saying that Drake is trying to at all be disrespectful of Pac. I think it's the complete opposite.
Right.
I know it's hard for people to defend Drake at all during this time, but I just want to state what we know because that's a real experience that we saw. We would be lying sitting here acting like we didn't know that he loved Pac because he showed it time and time again.
Right.
We saw it with our own eyes. Okay, so now to this point, Katrina, you believe that everyone who showed up to this concert that supported it, whether they're on stage or they're on the sidelines like LeBron, they are pledging their loyalty to Kendrick, specifically in this musical back and forth between Kendrick and Drake.
I think everyone is pledging their loyalty to Kendrick. Now, LeBron, listen, Nessa, if Drake and LeBron are friends like we think they are, how they portray that they're friends on social media, then yes, I believe that LeBron betrayed Drake by showing up to Kendrick Lamar's concert. I would be mad about that. I know you would.
Listen, I can't speak for Drake. I'll tell you how I am.
Yeah. How would you feel?
We got a battle. Everybody that's showing up to perform with you.
Or be in the crowd.
Be in a crowd, bobbing, giggling. No.
Yeah.
You're letting me know what time it is. I'm not cool with you. That's me.
Yeah.
Drake might be better than me. He might be more mature than me. I am not mature. Yeah. Look at me, Katrina. I am not mature in this. When you side up against it, and you know this about me because I feel like if you perfect example.
I know the example.
What is
I was
it?
thinking
Tell me.
The NFL and Jay-Z.
What time it is with me?
If you have showed up to a game, if you support the NFL in any way, Nessa's not messing with you.
Doesn't mean that I don't like you, that I don't wish, that I'm wishing ill. Nope. I'm not going to use my energy to connect with you or be cool with you. That's just me. That doesn't mean it's we're going to fight because I'm past that. I'm a mom now, right? I'm trying to be a better person in general. Meaning I'm not going to let it bring me down. What you're doing is not going to change anything in my life. So with that being said, I'm just not going to extend myself to you.
Right. No.
And that's okay. Those are my boundaries.
So what do you think Drake is going to do? Don't know. Huh?
I don't know, but I feel like
this should be the end. This is the end. I think
Kendrick performed at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he did with Dre.
And Snoop.
And Snoop. He did.
Well,
And I mean, listen, that's why we feel a way about certain people, because they do support the NFL.
Well, that just took a turn.
What made you remember that?
Because we're talking about the Super Bowl and we just brought up this, pressure point in my heart.
Yeah.
And now that I'm thinking about everything you just said, that, everyone who has basically, abandoned Colin.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, Kendrick did perform.
A lot of people have.
Which broke my heart. Now that I think about it, that was hard for me.
Kendrick, Dre, Eminem.
Oh,
Snoop,
don't bring it, please.
Mary. 50.
Oh my gosh.
Usher, Alicia Keys, The Weeknd,
Shakira.
J-Lo, Shakira.
And I think they were the first, if I remember, J-Lo and Shakira
Travis Scott
were the first performers for
Rock
their
Nation.
big game.
Yeah.
That's after Jay-Z brokered his deal with the NFL.
Yep.
Travis Scott, he was
Scott,
part of that, right? Maroon
no,
5?
They weren't part of the Rock Nation deal, but they performed after Colin clearly made his stance.
Okay, so that was before the Rock Nation.
That was before the Rock Nation
deal. Yeah, that was before the Rock Nation deal.
Yes, but Travis Scott did perform with Maroon 5. You remember.
Oh, this is depressing.
Yeah, it's hard to listen to music.
And the reason, look, to give context, it was very clear what the NFL was trying to do to Colin, right? Because somebody listen, like, what does that have to do with anything? Right. Connect the dots for me. Well, let's connect the dots. Up until that point, it was very clear people were no longer watching. Right. Not everybody. Obviously, they had their, right-wing MAGA fan base still showing up. They wanted Colin to be blackballed, right? At that time, the president of the United States, 45, was saying, fire, Colin, right? And don't let him play because of his peaceful protest, right? So all that to say, the peaceful protest against police violence happening against Black people in America.
Right.
So just to give context. So at that point, people were siding with Colin, and they felt it was wrong how the NFL was punishing him for his peaceful protest, especially for his message.
Yeah.
So we know there was please Google, look it up, go do your research. The viewership for the NFL went down. Mm-hmm. It was very clear that artists were saying, no, we're not going to perform for the NFL because of, one, the message is important that Colin's saying, but two, we don't like how you're treating Colin.
Right.
Right? Because the movement is so substantially bigger than Colin. Colin's just playing a part in it.
Right.
But we don't like that you're doing what you're doing to Colin. That's not okay.
Right.
And people held their ground and it showed, and the pressure was on. And Jay-Z decided that he was going to work with the NFL, knowing, look, this ESPN article up that came out that talked about how teams were so desperate, the NFL was so desperate to get rid of the controversy of Colin not getting signed, that they needed someone that was prominent to come in and help fix the image of the NFL.
Right.
And in this article, look it up, it says basically the NFL wanted to get rid of this controversy of teams not signing Colin Kaepernick. And that obviously helped broker the deal between the NFL, Rock Nation, hence Jay-Z helping put on the show for the Super Bowl. So look, I was in that situation in a sense, being with Colin, and I saw how that played out. It was very unfortunate. It was very heartbreaking because that was also the time they started painting end racism in the end zone.
Yep.
The NFL was coming out with, statements saying how they support the message of like Colin. And then, the tragedy happened with George Floyd in 2020 getting killed. And we remember all the corporations posting black boxes and the hashtags and everything. The NFL played a part in it. So people were confused, like, oh, okay, so then can Colin get his job back? But at that point, why would they need to do that if they feel like people are already on board supporting NFL again?
Right.
Thanks to Jay-Z, Rock Nation, their partners working hard, to bring great performances.
No bag is big enough for that.
Right, for sure. For us, it's different, right? Because Colin's our family.
Yeah.
But
he already had money. That's what I'm saying.
Jay,
no bag is big enough for that.
Of course. All that to say, to give context of why that point brought up, like, oh my gosh, yeah, Kendrick did perform at the big game. And this is post the deal that Jay did. Obviously makes sense, I'm sure.
Right.
Dre and,
it was in LA.
They are giants
so
in the
they
industry.
Were getting him all
right. We're talking about the top of the top artists. Let's be abundantly clear.
Right.
Okay. This is heavy. This is big time energy.
Yep.
So yes, Kendrick did perform.
Yes, well,
so am I supposed to immediately take Drake's side right now? I'll be honest. I think because we've been in New York and it feels very West Coast energy towards Toronto, like Drake.
Right.
I don't know. Doesn't it feel like we're kind of left out here in New York? Just a little bit.
Somebody asked me, I remember.
I feel
they're
a
like,
little left out.
They're like, so what side is New York on? I was like, I don't think they're on anybody's side. I think they want good music and they like the beef.
Right. And what's so funny is that we obviously originally are from the West Coast.
Yeah.
And I still don't feel one way or another.
Right.
Gosh, I wish you didn't remind me about Kendrick performing at that game. But anyways, I will say this. Let me take that out. Kendrick and Drake put out really great music when they're going back and forth.
Oh, yeah.
And I think for a lot of people, that was it.
Yeah.
As consumers, we enjoy top tier music.
Absolutely.
So one more time, Katrina, do you remember your list?
Of the songs?
How you rank them?
Yes. Did I have Not Like Us at the top? Or
I don't
Euphoria?
remember. Yeah, I think you had Euphoria.
I think I had Euphoria because of, so my list is not just based on the song. It's based on how it rolled out.
Right.
The reception, the whole thing. I think I had Euphoria. I wrote it down. I believe I had Euphoria at number 1.
Well, okay. So
Not Like Us has climbed to the top.
Okay, for you. It's
Not Like Us
now,
is now number 1. Okay, here was my rank. I got it.
Okay. Do you have my rank?
Wow, mine rank is whack.
Okay, go ahead. Go.
My rank is Euphoria. I tied with Push-Ups because they were, I guess, both hitting their big hard punches. First 4 entrance to the 4A. Then I had Meet the Grams. Then I had Not Like Us.
Okay, and then I think I had Push-Ups.
You had Push-Ups.
And then I had Family Matters.
Euphoria.
And
then Not Like Us.
Euphoria, Not Like Us. Okay, I'm going to push, because I don't think I put part 6, the Heart part 6, which I want to add. And I think don't judge me. I think I'm going to swap out Euphoria, put that, keep Not Like Us, and then Euphoria.
I'm changing my rank completely. Now that the dust has settled. Okay, so you're going Push-Ups, Family Matters. Mm-hmm. You're taking out Euphoria. And you're putting in the Heart Part 6.
No. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me do it again. Hold on. Push-Ups, Family Matters. And Family Matters might go above Push-Ups, to be honest, now.
Okay.
So those are interchangeable. I will say...
So we can tie them at 1. They could be tied for number 1.
Tied number 1.
Okay.
Not Like Us, The Heart Part 6, Euphoria.
That's it. And all the ones that matter.
Yeah.
The Heart Part 6. Interesting. Okay.
Because he was really rapping on that. Like he was like lyrically, like if you really listen to him, I felt like the skill set was really, really good. And I know it was quick to overlook the whole situation because a part of Kendrick's brilliance is that his rollout was really good in this battle, right?
Really brilliant.
So Drake puts out Family Matters, which by far
was really good.
Absolutely. But 20 minutes later, Meet the Grams come out.
Right.
And it was the attack, the way the attack happened of like it only being 20 minutes I feel like helped punch that song up even more as far as Meet the Grams. Do you get what I mean?
Right.
Like in this battle, the rollout really played a big part in how it all unfolded, in my opinion.
So my quick re-rank, Not Like Us is number 1. After the dust has settled, that song, listening to it more and more, it really is huge. It's a knockout punch.
Right.
And not just that, we play it on the radio nonstop. Yeah. So not only is it a knockout punch for the battle, it has the longevity to continue being played on the radio. None of these other records are getting played on the radio right now.
But we were playing Drake's.
And we were playing Kendrick's. Okay.
Right. So
Not Like Us. Then I have Euphoria and Push-Ups tied. I like how they both were.
Euphoria and Push-Ups. Yeah. I
great
can see
hits.
that.
I have Meet the Grams because of just how it entered the foray and really just deaded Family Matters. Like you stopped talking about Family Matters. Even though Meet the Grams didn't play on the radio, you stopped talking about Family Matters
Right, the
literally
rollout.
15 minutes after the song came out, and that was supposed to be Drake's knockout punch.
I know. Yeah.
We played Family Matters.
Yeah.
And then I have Family Matters after.
I'm not mad at that list. It's actually very well thought out.
I think Not Like Us really merited being played 5 times in a row in LA at the Forum for Kendrick's Ken and Friends pop out.
This is like you said, the victory lap, the cherry on top of this whole situation. I don't know. It started off, the show kind of seemed like there was a little bit of a buildup. I'm going to be honest. I didn't know where things were going to go.
I thought Kendrick could have lost just by how it was starting. Because
was like,
it was
happening?
starting so slow. And if he didn't bring it back up, if this show turned out to be a bagel, it would have been really bad. But
do you think he would have lost everything?
Not lost, but you would have been like, you should have just not done a show. But I think the way he rolled out, it was not going to be that. Like, all he had to do was perform Not Like Us, and it would have brought the energy back up.
Last point. Did you see what I sent you? Is that merch real?
Yes.
Okay, so what is that?
So Kendrick has merch at his pop-out concert, and they have, it's his company's called PG Lang. Mm-hmm. So they have the LA Hands with PG Lang in the LA. This is a very LA thing. Then they also have what looks like some dish that he rapped about from a restaurant in Toronto on a shirt. It's like the fried rice dish.
Right. Okay.
So, man, everything, it was just really great.
I don't know if they're ever going to be friends.
Yeah, no. The way Kendrick rapped about him, it's like he didn't like him. The way Drake rapped about him was like he was battling to end him. But the way Kendrick rapped, he doesn't like Drake.
Yeah.
I think now, and maybe then even, Drake didn't like him, but not to the extent Kendrick doesn't like Drake as a person. I think Drake doesn't like Kendrick just because of who he is or
battles or like music,
or whatever.
Like competition.
Yes.
You don't think it's that deep. Well, we wouldn't know. We don't know
I don't
anything.
know, but just based on the music and
the lyrics, vitriol.
Yeah, the vitriol or vitriol, however you pronounce it, and it's fine. I can't believe it, Nessa. You are pronouncing something that once I am incorrectly pronouncing, and not trying to make it sound snooty, but this is great. This is a great moment.
I mean, especially because you were dispelling B Champ actually in second place. But anyways, yes, the vitriol that was spewed in this whole situation.
Wow, vitriol spewed?
Come on now.
Wow, you've been chat GPTing it up? This is Nessa 4.0. GPT.
I think they got the 4.0. I haven't paid for the upgrade yet.
I paid for the upgrade.
Katrina, let me ask you last thing.
For you,
if this was you going back and forth with somebody.
Who am I?
Doesn't matter. Kendrick, Drake.
Okay.
Kendrick is going at you in this situation. People perform at his concert. Are you going to be okay with the people that performed at his concert? Are you willing to work and do songs with him?
No.
Or are you going to hold that grudge?
We're not going to do songs again.
Right.
And if
everybody that showed up.
Anybody that showed up, we're not
going
to do
songs. What
about
the people that were on the sidelines nodding their head?
Maybe I'll give them a little, but I'm not going to hate. You know, I'm not too confrontational.
I never said you got to be confrontational.
No, and I'm saying, but I don't like any kind of confrontation or, you know.
Yeah, no, that's my point. But you are going to be as immature as me. You're not going to work with them.
I'm not going to work with anybody that makes music that's on the stage.
Yeah, that's clearly dissing me.
Yes.
No.
And anybody in the crowd, I will definitely look at them a whole nother way. Like we can't be homies again.
Right.
Like it's like, Bron, like I can't be your friend. You were just at this guy's show and all he's doing is playing his diss records about me.
So would you say something? Like for me, I wouldn't say anything.
I wouldn't say anything, but
I wouldn't say anything, but it's like inside, like bet. Cool.
I think they both would know. I think Drake and LeBron both know their friendship has now changed. If they didn't know before, they know now. No, regardless of how many other videos LeBron's going to post of himself in the car rapping to Drake, not knowing the lyrics but pretending he knows, it's done. It's different. It's changed forever.
I'm really surprised that you are taking this stance.
Come on. I think that's obvious.
This is by the way, I'm okay to say I'm immature. I can't look past that. But I'm not saying it's going to be confrontation. I'm not saying that I'm going to have drama, but I'm definitely going to keep my distance.
That's what I'm saying. Their friendship has changed. Whatever it is, it used to be, it's not going to be that. If they used to talk on the phone, they're not talking on the phone no more.
Right. There's no texting.
Unless they have a conversation like, bro, why would you do that? And LeBron goes, well, it was in LA and it was such a moment. I had to be there. No, I'm guessing this conversation going down with them.
So cute.
Yeah. And then Drake goes, well, it really hurt my feelings, bro. And LeBron's all, my bad, bro.
And that's the end of this conversation?
Who knows? Maybe.
I'm blocking. Is that too much?
No, I think it's fine.
Okay, I wouldn't block, but I'm definitely not engaging with you.
Block. It's
like
fine.
If LeBron
block,
sent me,
block.
let me put it like this: if LeBron sent me his jersey, right? Because like they're all part of Nike.
Yeah.
OVO, Drake, right? LeBron.
Yeah.
And if LeBron sent me his jersey, I'm not gonna wear it.
So I got a question: if Nike sends us Nocta stuff, does that mean could Kendrick be mad at us for that? If you were Kendrick, would you be mad? Because Nike sends stuff all the time.
I wear Nocta.
And Nocta, by the way, is Drake's Nike brand.
And it's a great brand.
Yeah, I love their sweatsuits.
Yeah, I'm going to still wear it.
Okay. But I'm saying...
I don't think Kendrick cares about us.
Okay. No, but not us personally, but remove us from the situation.
Okay. Well, do you want me to really hit below the belt? Because I could do it.
Okay. Can you do it in 40 seconds?
I mean, Kendrick didn't mind performing at the Super Bowl.
Well, there you go then.
So why should I not wear Nocta that Nike is sending? By the way, Nike's not sending me Nocta.
Yeah.
Right? Because I think it's exclusive, top tier.
Right.
So if you ever see me wearing it, I probably stole it from Colin. And he's probably mad at me for stealing it. I'm sorry, Gio.
Nike and Gio sent Tone Nocta sneakers.
That's how you know Gio loves Tone.
Yeah.
Because that's rare.
Tone Nocta sneakers.
Anyway, all that to say, I'm just saying, to be honest, if TD, Kendrick's not with TDE anymore.
He was shouting out top.
If Kendrick has PG Lang, didn't they do something with Dior?
Yeah.
He want to send a package?
Send it over, baby.
Katrina can wear it.
I'll wear it. That's what I love. Send anything to them.
Not to send you something? You gonna wear it?
Yeah.
The next day.
Absolutely.
There's no loyalty.
I'll wear Nocta with the Dior. It's all good.
We have no loyalty.
To them.